Welcome to the Big Green Egg instructional videos. In this video we'll be cooking a classic American recipe, pulled pork. To achieve this, we'll be cooking low and slow. This means cooking at a very low temperature, like 100 degrees centigrade, for long periods of time. In this case, 8 hours or more. We'll show you how to light and set your egg to such low temperatures that will burn uninterrupted for over 20 hours. You won't need to fiddle with it or check on it. It will run like clockwork at a constant temperature. Once you achieve this technique, you can try it on beef briskets, ribs, or any other cut that's typically impossible to cook on any other barbecue. Learning the art of low and slow on the egg will be an exciting skill to add to your repertoire. Slowly cooking these tougher cuts of meat turns the tough connective tissue into gelatin, giving it the characteristic mouth-watering and succulent texture. So, for those of you that want to stick around and see the rest of this video, stay tuned, or have a look at our other instructional recipes which show you different modes of cooking and specific tips on how to get the best results with your big green egg. So, today we're using the egg in low and slow mode, using the plate setter to create indirect heat and wood chunks to give a sustained level of smoke throughout the cooking. For this recipe, you'll need the stainless steel grid, plate setter, tongs, the grill gripper, a pit mitt glove, dual probe thermometer, and hickory wood chunks. Here's an overview of the ingredients, but don't worry about grabbing a pen. You can print out the recipe later. You'll need a sizable shoulder of pork or collar fillet, weighing about 1.8 kilos. And for the surface rub, we'll be using paprika, oregano, garlic powder, cumin, chili powder, and salt and pepper. Now let's set up and start using your big green egg. Mix all the ingredients together in a bowl and pour onto the meat, rubbing the spice mix thoroughly into the surface with your fingertips. Now that your fire starters have burned away and your charcoal has ignited, close the lid and open the top and bottom vents fully for 2 minutes. This draws the air through the egg and you'll see the temperature gauge start to rise. Once the temperature is approaching your target temperature, you can add the plate setter in the legs up position and place the stainless steel grid on top. If you're worried about your plate setter getting dirty, you can always wrap it in tin foil beforehand. As you near your target temperature, close down the bottom vent to about 2 centimeters and adjust the daisy wheel to nearly closed. This will allow you to fine-tune the temperature to your target 220 degrees Fahrenheit, 110 degrees centigrade. At this temperature, your egg can burn for 10 hours plus without the need to top up with charcoal, so there's no need to rush. Take your time getting ready to cook, as your egg will sit there ready when you are. When the dry rub has been massaged into the pork, you can add it to the egg, open the lid and add the pork to the stainless steel grid. It is very useful when cooking low and slow to use a dual probe thermometer. This enables you to monitor the egg and the meat's internal temperature without lifting the lid and disturbing the cooking process. As a useful tip, insert the meat probe and run the wire over the leg of the plate setter so it isn't exposed to direct heat. Close the lid and check the vents are still in place. If you've never cooked low and slow before, you may be surprised to experience the internal meat temperature plateau. At the beginning of the cook, the internal temperature of the meat slowly rises, but then apparently plateaus or even falls by a few degrees. Don't worry, this isn't the egg needing more oxygen or fuel. Do not adjust the temperature of your egg. You should not try to speed up this process with more heat. As a general rule of thumb, pulled pork takes at least 5 hours and can take up to 10 plus. There is no right or wrong rule, and the best guide is the internal temperature of the thickest part of the meat. Sliceable pork is reached at an internal temperature of 165 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit, but pullable pork needs a bit more cooking. You want it to reach 185 to 195 degrees Fahrenheit. Once you've reached 185 degrees Fahrenheit, remove the pork and let it rest for at least 15 minutes, and then use tongs or your hands to pull the strands apart. Be careful, it'll still be hot inside. Mix the pulled pork with your favourite ready-made barbecue sauce, or make your own. We have a great recipe of our own. Then pile it high in a soft white roll for an authentic American pulled pork sandwich. You'll soon feel inspired to try all of our other fantastic recipes, and your own recipes too. Because of all the different cooking modes the egg can offer, it means you can cook pretty much anything. We can show you recipes for the perfect steak, roast chicken, hot smoked fish, or how about pizza and bread? Vegetables have also never been so tasty, and we've no doubt you'll be blown away by how easy it is for you to accomplish this on your big green egg.